Hey Internet! So I'm here with my friend Greg. We just saw Abraham Lincoln at the ArcLight Hollywood. So Greg, what did you think of the Abraham Lincoln?
That was pretty good. I imagined a little bit more blood involved, maybe a little bit more shooting, and Civil War stuff.
Oh, you didn't think you'd be less like Congress courtroom kind of movie?
Yeah, it was very courtroom, sort of courtroom drama, and it's more about the. I don't want to give anything away, but more about the 13th Amendment and just getting that ratified. So.
I think that Daniel Day-Lewis probably would win an Oscar for his role.
I think so. I think Daniel Day-Lewis did an amazing job. He really captured. I mean, obviously, Abraham Lincoln. He's not really. I mean, I think he's on film once in his history. Like, and he's very small, and so I think it was a tough role. Just trying to figure out what kind of person his mannerisms and voice and everything. But I think Daniel Day-Lewis. If I were to imagine what Abraham Lincoln was like back then, I would think he was a very sort of gentle, caring, man. And I think Daniel Day-Lewis did a good job of conveying that.
Yeah, I think that trying to make it more human, with like that iconic Abraham Lincoln, like sitting in the throne, statue-esque Lincoln, like we're kind of taught.
Yeah. I think I picture Lincoln as such. He was a very tall man, very big stature, big beard, and everything. But I think like that he was just a gentle giant. I think he was very loving to his kids and Americans.
Yeah, definitely. Did the voice bother you at all, or is it okay with you?
I was okay with it. It was really tough. Like the parts when Daniel Day-Lewis is sort of yelling at his cabinet, I was expecting like a little bit more of like Daniel Day-Lewis to come through, but he held it back pretty well, I thought. Because after seeing There Will Be Blood, his voice is very deep and sort of raspy.
Yeah.
And this one, he's kind of like this and just very sort of nerdy and Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
And but I mean, there was a couple times where he yelled, and I think he held it pretty well, and I was okay with it.
And I like that this movie contains like every single character actor in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It has like every known like you're mentioning. I forget the guy's name we were talking about during the credits.
Oh, the guy who plays Ulysses S. Grant, Jared Harris.
Yeah. He's great.
I love Jared Harris as an actor, a character actor, and when I saw that he was playing that part, I was really excited. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see too much of him in the movie, but he was good. I think my favorite sort of cameo, not really cameo, but favorite actor to see in the film was James Spader.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he was funny. He had a good role.
There's like porn stash going on. It's kind of crazy.
He's just constantly eating something or drinking.
Yeah.
It's just, I think he did a really good job with that. I thought the cinematography was really well done. It was very sort of minimalistic, like by candles or a window and all that. I thought that was really well done. What were your thoughts on that?
I don't know. You still get the Spielberg walk into close-up moments. Like say a key moment, walk into close-up.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of like profile shot and then comes around to like front.
Yeah, where they're saying like yes to the bill.
Yeah.
Like
that was very like Spielberg-y.
Yeah.
As far as like with the exception of those shots, there really wasn't too much movement in the film. I didn't think. I mean, you didn't see any like elaborate like jib or dolly shots or anything. I didn't. But
I think it's more like the subtle, like the slow movements rather than like the big like. It was not a big like war movie,
right?
That you like. I think people might be expecting to see.
Yeah.
The beginning of it was like 2 minutes of like kind of like this like intense like gritty like showing like what war used to be like just like drowning people like punching.
Yeah, the first 2 minutes of the movie are the most violent.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why like Jared Harris, I was expecting him to be like this sort of like brutal like Ulysses S. Grant. I was expecting him to like see more of him like in battle and like leading the army, but we didn't really see any of that, which is okay. I think what Spielberg, the reason he did this movie was because of the 13th Amendment
Yeah. And major spoiler, we do get to see the moment of the assassination of Lincoln, but we don't see it on film. We just see the reaction of that moment.
Yeah, I like the way they handled that. Like right before he was going to the theater, there was sort of that. I guess it was a dolly shot where they were sort of following him out, and he kind of said his goodbyes to everyone. And I mean, it wasn't like an unnatural goodbye, like he knew he was getting assassinated, but it was you knew it was that moment in time.
Yeah, I thought they were going to end at that moment, like because we all know like the assassination occurs at that time a little later.
Yeah.
So why do we need to see it again, like we've seen it before in other movies or whatever?
Yeah.
I thought they were going to kind of fade at that point where he's walking away, but I like that he took it. He made his kid react to his son, his youngest son, reacted to his dad.
Yeah. I agree. I think they did that well. Because you see his son throughout the entire movie, his younger son. You know, he's constantly interacting with him, and he's a pretty important character, I think.
So yeah, I think that's our
Okay.
our review.
Cool.
So go see Lincoln.